Hello students, today I will explain you about the nutrition in plants, that is the photosynthesis. As in the earlier video, I had taught you about the nutrition in animals, that was the digestive system. So before starting this topic, I want to cover all that topic that I had explained in the previous audios. So that I will explain that what is the nutrition. So nutrition is the process that we intake the nutrient, all type of nutrients in form of carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamin, minerals, and all this when we consume that, we utilize that nutrient for nutrients for the energy consumption. So this is the process of nutrition, and there are two types of modes of nutrition. One is autotrophic and another one is the heterotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition, that type of nutrition in which the host is capable to prepare the food by their own. For example, the plants. And this mode of nutrition, it covers by the plants, and today in this topic we have to explain that topic. And the second mode is the heterotrophic nutrition, that is governed by the human beings and the animals, that we had learned in the previous videos. So let's start the autotrophic nutrition, that is governed by that is performed by the plants. So as I had told you that autotrophic nutrition is that type of nutrition in which the host means the living beings that is capable to prepare the food by their own. And in this earth only the green plants are those living beings which are capable to produce their food. So we are assuming that we also prepare our food. No, we are not preparing our food, we just cook our food. We are using the ready-made materials that is prepared by the plants. So now we look that how the green plants prepare the food for us. Here I have drawn a diagram. Here is a rooted plant showing the process of photosynthesis. Now here is the term photosynthesis. जैसे I had told you that green plants are the producers, they prepare the food. So there are so many raw materials are there which are helpful for them to produce their food. And the number one first thing that is too much necessary for them, that is the sunlight. And on this earth, the sun is the better way, it is the one and most prominent type of energy giving to the plants. Means with the help of this light energy, plants are capable to prepare the food. And in the plants, they are look green because in the green plants they are having a pigment called as chlorophyll, and this chlorophyll traps the sunlight energy and it helps in the production of the food.
Right.
So there are some raw materials that are useful for the plants. In them, first is the carbon dioxide, water, minerals, chlorophyll, sunlight. So look at it in this diagram. Here I have drawn a diagram of a potted plant. This is the stem, this is root, and this is leaf. And the process of photosynthesis, it occurs in the leaf. So what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is a process of production of food in the green plants with the help of carbon dioxide, water, minerals, chlorophyll and sunlight energy. With these raw materials, green plants do some chemical process and they produce glucose or starch and oxygen. That is the oxygen that is useful for us for breathing and for our respiration process, and the glucose that is produced, that we are helpful for our energy consumption. The complete process of photosynthesis. This is not the process. This is the definition of photosynthesis. So what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is a process performed by the green plants in which the green plants prepare the food in form of glucose or starch with the help of raw materials such as CO2, water, minerals, chlorophyll and sunlight energy. This is the root and this is the stem. Water and minerals that are placed inside the in the soil, and with the help of root, water is taken up to the stem and then it goes to the leaf. And why only in the leaf? Because leaf is the center where the process of photosynthesis takes place. Leaf is the center, or it is also known as the kitchen of the plant, because the whole process of photosynthesis takes place in the leaf, because the plant having the chloroplast, and most of the chloroplasts are present in the leaf. In some stems are also green, so they also perform the process of photosynthesis and they prepare the food. But mostly all the in the angiospermic plants, the food production takes place in the leaf.
Go.
So these are the raw materials that are used for them, in which the carbon dioxide and sunlight, the plant get it from the atmosphere. Means from the sun they get the sunlight and the CO2 from the atmosphere. When we breathe out, we take out the CO2, and that CO2 is taken up by the green plants. Then the water and minerals that are placed into the soil, and with the help of the root here sucked up the water with the help of the xylem vessels, and then it takes the root, the water and minerals, and reaches to the leaf. Here the chloroplast is present. The green plants are green in color because they are having the chloroplast, and the chloroplast having the green pigment called as the chlorophyll. That's why here the cellular structure called as the chloroplast is present here, which help in the process of photosynthesis. Then what happens? The water and minerals reaches to the leaf, then CO2 and sunlight energy also reaches to the leaf. Then the chemical reaction takes place, and after chemical, I am going to write the equation, that is the reaction of the photosynthesis. 6CO2 plus 6H2O plus light energy what is gives? It gives out the glucose C6H12O6, that is the glucose, and plus 6O2 oxygen that is used, that is released, and that is helpful for us for the breathing. And here the chlorophyll is present. Okay, so this is the reaction of the photosynthesis reaction. Now I think it is too much clear that what is the process of the photosynthesis. I had used the term here, the chloroplast. So why? Because chloroplast is the site or the center where the whole process of the photosynthesis takes place in the leaf. Here this is the structure of a leaf, means TS of the leaf. Where this is, if it is a leaf, we cut it in from the center, it is called as the TS, transverse section. And when we see in the microscope, we see the structure like this. It is the cuticle. Cuticle is the very thick layer on the upside of the on the upper side and the lower side of the leaf. It reduces the reduction of the water that is present inside the leaf. And then after, it is the upper epidermis, means in the leaf there are too many layers. So this is the upper epidermis, Then after the palisade layer, then it is the spongy layer, and this is the lower epidermis. Means when we cut, we see the structure like this, and in these the water is absorbed into the leaf, and these are the cells where the water get absorbed, and here the dotted structures, these dotted structures are called as the chloroplast. These dotted structures are called as the chloroplast, and these chloroplasts are the site or the center where the process of the photosynthesis takes place. Means how the light energy get trapped here and how then it converted into the glucose. Now, in the next step, this is the complete structure of a chloroplast. You had learned in the class 9th about the structure of the chloroplast. Chloroplast is a structure, or it is a cellular organelle that is helpful for the process of the photosynthesis. It is having outer membrane, inner membrane, and then the liquid that is filled in here, that is called as the stroma, and in the inside the inner membrane of the chloroplast is just in form of a granum. Granum means when we put the coins just one after there, it shows just like these structures. Means when these structures are called as it is the inner structure, and it is formed in form of the coins. Just put at the coins, put it over and over, and this is called collectively called as the thylakoid. Now, process of photosynthesis completed in the three steps. Number 1, trapping of the sunlight energy. Number 1, trapping of the sunlight energy. Then after, when the sunlight energy gets trapped, the water that is present here inside the leaf, it gets split up and the oxygen is released. Then after, the energy that is produced after the means when the sunlight energy gets trapped, and then after the water gets split up by the chemical process. When the sunlight energy gets trapped, and then after there is the process, so some chemical process performed there, and this water water gets split into the hydrogen and oxygen. This oxygen is released into the atmosphere, and the hydrogen that is placed here, it is used in the next third step, that is the reduction of the carbon dioxide, and it forms into the formation of the glucose that is useful for that is stored into the cells in form of the food. So this is the 3 steps. These are the 3 steps involved in the photosynthesis. So now let us see how these 3 steps get performed into the chloroplast. Means what I said, that first process is the trapping of the sunlight. So this is the outer membrane of the chloroplast, this is the inner membrane of the chloroplast, and I said that the inner membrane of the chloroplast is formed in form of a granum, collection of the granum, that is called as the thylakoid. And in these thylakoids, some pigments that are used, placed here for the in chloroplast. There are 2 types of reaction for the photosynthesis. One is light dependent reaction, and other one is the light independent reaction. That is called as the light reaction and the dark reaction. So the light reaction takes place in the thylakoids, and the dark reaction takes place into the stroma. That is the fluid that is filled inside the in between the thylakoids, that is called as the stroma. The dark reaction takes place here, and the light reaction takes place into the thylakoids. So what happens when the light energy comes into the chloroplast? The pigments of the chlorophyll pigments here get excited, they get excited and they trap the light energy. And then after, what happens? With this light energy, the chemical process takes place. Means the water that is present inside the leaf, it gets splitted. Means with that light energy, this water gets splitted, and the water is splitted into the hydrogen and oxygen. And the electrons are released. Means the chlorophyll pigments electrons, it get excited, and then oxygen is released. And then after, what happens? These electrons not get it gets shifted one by one. Means they make a chain. That is called as the electron transport chain. And the one electron get suppressed to the next electron, and then suppressed to the next electron, and then suppressed to the next electron, and then by this energy level gets suppressed, and they form the ATP and NADPH. And then after, with this energy, the light reaction get completed, and then after, with the help of this energy, the CO2 that into the stroma, it get reducted, and the reduction takes place here, and the CO2, it get converted into the 3-carbon sugar, and that is used into the formation of the glucose, and this glucose is utilized by the cell, and then after, this cell, this energy is get utilized by the mitochondria, and with the help of the respiration process, it get utilized by the different types of the cells to get energy. So this is the complete process of photosynthesis.